Hello, 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 and welcome back to the College Alumni Tournament for the second Final Four matchup. This time we got Ohio State and Wisconsin. The Big Ten matchup should be a good game. You obviously got Ohio State rocking the red unis right there. And then Wisconsin will be rocking all white uniforms. We'll see them out here in a second. And yeah, should be a really good game. Let's go ahead and get right into these rosters. Starting out with Ohio State, you had Justin Fields at quarterback, Ezekiel Elliott at running back, certainly running fullback. Really good receiver room with McLaurin, Michael Thomas, Olave, and a bunch of other good receivers. Ruckert will be at tight end. Solid offensive line. We'll just kind of scroll through it. Norwell, Lindsey, Jackson, Myers. D-line, you've been watching the tournament. You know they got a really solid pass rush. You got Chase Young, Nick Bosa, Cameron Hayward, and Joey Bosa's move to the inside to kind of fit the scheme. Linebackers, you got Browning, Jerome Baker, Pete Werner. And then secondary, you got a really solid corner duo with Lattimore and Ward. And a really solid safeties, too, with Hooker and Von Bell. Kicker has been auto-assigned, the standard auto-assigned kicker. But they do have a punter, though. Now, looking at the Bills, a.k.a. Wisconsin, starting off the quarterback, they are led by Russell Wilson, followed up by Jonathan Taylor at running back. Fullback, you got Alec Ingold. Derek Watt will actually be on the team this time. We keep forgetting to add him, but he will be here this time. He wouldn't have started anyway. Yeah, he's here. Cephas and Erickson, the best two receivers on this team. Jake Ferguson at tight end. Really solid offensive line. We'll see how that goes up against Ohio State's good pass rush. And then defensively, you got T.J. Watt coming off the left end, Van Ginkel coming off the right end. J.J. Watt will be moved to D-tackle to fill the spots. Linebackers, led by T.J. Edwards. He had a really solid game last round. Cornerbacks, kind of like Luster. Same with the safeties, who are actually not Wisconsin alums. They're just low overall fillers to kind of fill out the team. And same with kicker and punter. They don't have either of those either. So a lot more holes on the Wisconsin side, as you can tell. But yeah, obviously Ohio State will be the heavy favorite. But, crazier things have happened. Wisconsin's made it this far. Let's see if they can advance to the championship game. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, and here we go. And also joining me today, as usual, is my good friend Miguel. Miguel, how are you feeling about this Final Four matchup between Ohio State and Wisconsin?
I'm really excited, especially for it's really a battle of the D-lines. I mean, you got Chase Young, you got the Bosa brothers, you got Cam Hayward on one side, but then on the other side you do have the Watt brothers. So I kind of want to see which D-line produces more. Obviously it might be Ohio State, but then you never know. Maybe the Watt brothers pull something and they end up doing better.
I hadn't even thought about that battle of the brothers with the Watts versus the Bosas. It's an interesting twist that I had not thought of.
Starting off 2 yards. Pretty good. It's decent.
Yeah, Ohio State's D-line definitely flexing already.
Back to action.
Pass.
Oh, what a ball.
Quick, big gain there by Wisconsin, already moving the ball a little bit. And they've definitely seemed to overperform in their first two games.
What's your score prediction in this game?
I honestly don't know anymore. I don't think we've gotten close really any time. But I want to say Ohio State should win this game, right? But I just feel like some of these weird teams, like Florida State, Wisconsin, they've just somehow been able to pull out wins. So I don't know what it is. I'm still going to go Wisconsin. That's just what my guts, or not Wisconsin. I'm still going to go Ohio State. That's just what my gut's telling me. And I will go Ohio State 34-24. That'll be my final.
Okay. Crazy enough, I was thinking the same thing scoreline-wise. However, I think Wisconsin pulls off the upset.
All right. Well, it would be an interesting championship if that were to happen.
Russell Wilson keeping it himself.
Quick little 4-yard rush, and it'll set up a third down.
What were you saying before I interrupt you? I apologize.
We'll wait for this third down play.
Russell Wilson trying to make a play, and he does. Oh, but the ball is dropped. That's a tough one to see.
Yeah, that'll force a punt. But as I was saying, if you guys haven't watched the first Final Four matchup between Alabama and Florida State, at least I hope you know it was between those two teams. If you haven't, keep going back and watch those other games. But yeah, that was the matchup in that game. I'm not going to spoil that one just yet. I'll give you guys a chance to go back and watch that one. But yeah, the winner of this game will be taking on, surprisingly, Florida State. It would be a really interesting championship game if it was Florida State versus Wisconsin. That would be something that I don't think anybody would have been able to predict.
I'm gonna be honest. If Jameis Winston, it's not even FSU. If Jameis Winston wins this freaking tournament, I'm gonna be livid. He should not be here. That's my professional opinion. He should not be here.
I mean, you look at the builds of the teams, at least offensively, Wisconsin and Florida State got really similar builds. I mean, kind of mid quarterbacks and then superstar running backs, and everything else is just. I mean, Wisconsin does have an offensive line.
What a dot! What a dot! Despite getting, tackled right there, I didn't think he would make that.
Nah.
I mean, good job, catching the ball, but I mean, going backwards is definitely not helping the team.
That is for sure. That'll go for a loss of 1.
Is that Kyle Shanahan?
That is Kyle Shanahan. He was one of the coaches. We have started trying to get coaches that fit better, which is very difficult to do because it is auto-assigned once we fire the coach, because we kind of, in order to get it to simulate, you can only have one user in the franchise to help set this up. So the higher seed always gets selected playbooks. Lower seeds get randomly selected a coach and try to get some fired just to get somebody to match up, and Kyle Shanahan was one of the best fits for Wisconsin. And we'll see how it pans out. They haven't had Shanahan in the past, I believe, so we'll see how it works.
The reason I was questioning just because it looks so weird. I guess I'm so used to seeing him in 49ers colors, obviously. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Field's going under center. Oh, a little sweet play.
It's about 6 to McLaurin.
Scary Terry starting off with 6 yards on the rush. I like it.
The Wisconsin uniforms are not quite as clean as they have been in the past due to them being away. They don't have any jerseys with red numbers, so that was a little unfortunate. But Ohio State's uniforms have been clean the entire tournament, in my opinion. Some of the cleanest.
I was about to say, who's the favorite uniforms that you've had this tournament?
I mean, most similar. You look at Iowa and the Steelers. Those are almost a perfect match. Iowa didn't make it past the first round because Wisconsin, who we're seeing right here, knocked them out in an upset. But those are probably I didn't even have to change anything. It was basically just their uniforms. Other than that,
and hold on. Before anybody says, oh, where is the spoiler warning? No, if you haven't watched the other episodes, go freaking watch it. You should know this by now. I don't know why you didn't watch the other episodes before this one. It's common sense. Go watch it.
Oh, heated right there.
Nah, man, you're gonna question us when you decided to skip all the way to the end of the page. You start the book on the first page, homie. That's what makes it good.
It's true. It has been a very solid tournament. A lot of twists and turns along the way. I mean, as you can tell, a Final Four matchup between Ohio State and Wisconsin is not what I would have predicted at the beginning of this tournament, especially the teams that Wisconsin has had to go through. Still yet to be down. We do have a flag, though.
Maybe holding? Oh, I called it.
Sure enough.
Man, both offenses, at least as of right now, not having a great start.
And Ohio State's been moving the ball, but that penalty's definitely going to set them back. It's going to be tough to pick up a 3rd and 17. And yeah, they will not. Just gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Fields is 6 for 6, though. Solid start for him through the air, at least completion percentage-wise. But this will likely set up a field goal. It'll be interesting to see if they have the leg with their fill-in kicker. I believe this will be about a 45-yarder. Yeah, 45.
I mean, I definitely said it at the beginning of the game. Not only is it battle of I just battle of defenses in general. And yeah, right now it's looking like both defenses came to play today.
Ohio State getting on the board first, though, putting that one through the uprights to take a 3-0 lead. See if Wisconsin's offense can answer back. Surprisingly, their offense has been kind of carried them through the tournament a little bit. I mean, their defense held up against LSU. Don't get me wrong. I think they only scored 14 against them, but their offense scored like in the 40s. I think.
You know, I don't know if I asked you this in a previous video, but out of the teams that we've had in this tournament, who do you think would have, like, who would you have predicted make it to the final?
I mean, Ohio State is definitely one. They were on the same side of the bracket as LSU. I probably would have had LSU over Ohio State just because of the offensive weapons that LSU has with a legit quarterback, something that, I mean, even Justin Fields on Ohio State, he's a very solid quarterback in this tournament overall-wise, but he's not Joe Burrow, and they don't got quite the same weapons. Don't get me wrong, Ohio State's about on par as you can get, but Jefferson and Chase are just a different combination. I thought that would pan out. It did not, as that team was knocked off by, guess who, Wisconsin, who has made it this far. Yeah, definitely one of those two teams, and on the other side, I feel like Alabama was the easy choice.
You know, speaking of Wisconsin, I mean, solid play right there by Russ. You know, scrambling, trying to make a play, nice throw on the run. I mean, other than like his read option plays as of right now, because in fairness, if he would have taken better angles, the read option plays would get more. But like other than that, I mean, he's played solid. I mean, just a couple drop passes you hate to see. But I mean, I feel like Russell is cooking a little bit. It's sizzling. The meal is sizzling a little bit. Okay, maybe not the best. The best play call right there. Maybe. Fine.
Should try to run the ball a little bit more with Jonathan Taylor.
At least as to start both running backs, it's not starting off so hot. And again, I think this is really going to come down to the defenses. I think the defenses are going to carry these teams. Look at the replay, and Russell Wilson gets flattened by the defenders. And I believe that is Nick Bosa lit up like a Christmas tree.
That is Nick Bosa over at left end. A throw, and caught over the middle.
What a dot.
In traffic.
Nice reception, nice dot.
I just don't think the defender saw the ball coming and was not able to make a play on the receiver. Looked to be covered and just misplays the ball.
Yeah.
Good high point pass by Russell Wilson right there to move the chains, knocking on potential field goal range. There's a read option again, and the ball is out, and it will be recovered by Ohio State. Russell Wilson had a big problem fumbling the football in the last round, fumbling at least 3 times that I remember.
You know, I was gonna say, despite his lower overall compared to some of these other QBs, he plays pretty decent. But that play, I mean, you got to hold on to the ball. And I definitely think less read option plays. Definitely passes in the air have been working. I say keep going with that route. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you got a guy like Russell Wilson, you want to try to utilize his legs, especially with the lack of weapons that you have on this offense. If you can fake it to a guy like Jonathan Taylor and create space for Russell Wilson, that's a great idea on paper. It just hasn't been working. So I agree. I think they should try to avoid putting Russ in those situations. As Fields with a great pass right there to make it 7 for 7 on the day. And they're in Wisconsin territory already.
Nice little handoff to Zeke. Fights for the yards and gets 7 on that play.
Yeah, nice run there. 7 yards, as you said.
You know, despite Zeke not being X Factor, not even just He's not even being a superstar.
Oh, what a catch!
What a snag!
Michael Thomas.
I'll be honest. I think that goes, catch of the tournament. I don't think
I'd have to agree with that.
That was crazy. I was going to say, despite Zeke not being an X Factor or even a superstar, he's played decently in these games. But I mean, somebody who's played at least decently too is Michael Thomas, especially with that catch.
Fields under severe pressure and just throws a dart downfield, up for grabs, and Michael Thomas able to make a spectacular one-handed catch.
You put him in on
Ohio State
reel.
Up with 1st and goal from the 5. They'll get pushed back to the 8.
He snagged on him so bad, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets put on a T-shirt. Jesus.
That was easily the catch of the tournament, in my opinion.
Kyle Shanahan clearly furious with what is going on. At least with that catch. With this defensive player right here, I'm pretty sure he's somewhat happy. I definitely think this game is going to come down to two things. Number one, battle of defense. I've said it multiple times already, and I will keep saying it. These defenses are pretty good, and I think they're going to carry. But when it comes to the offense, I think this will be definitely a shootout. I definitely think the balls should be at least going a lot through the air, because that's how both of these teams have been moving down the field.
I agree. I mean, it is going to come down to which defense can make plays. That's how it's been in most of these games. You've seen a lot of defensive touchdowns in this tournament.
Oh, but what a tutty.
Rutgers
nice
able
snag.
To box out the defender. Just make the catch on the out route. Simple play.
Definitely Ohio State getting fired up on the sideline. Oh, look at what hit a little hook. I like it. Nice little out route, boxes him out. What a catch. Holds on to the ball. I mean, definitely the defender should have tried to do a better job of trying to poke it out. But, I mean, kudos to Ohio State going 10 points, getting a 10-point lead already. Very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, if Ohio State does go on to win this game, I will be a little disappointed that they only have to face Florida State. No, not to take anything away from Florida State. They've played with a lot of heart in this tournament to knock off the teams that they have.
Man,
but
screw that. No, they don't got heart. They don't have nothing. They got here because of luck. Because there's some divine guardian angel telling James Winston that, hey, we're going to make you a winner unlike in real life. And he's somehow in the final. So I don't call that heart. I call that BS. My professional, unbiased opinion.
It is what it is. I just think a potential Alabama versus Ohio State matchup would have been fun to see, and sadly that will not happen. But I mean, maybe next year, Alabama will be a team they will be back. I can say that with confidence.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to see on Twitter justice for Georgia. They should be in the championship, but they got screwed.
They just lost. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. Fair and square. Georgia should be back stronger in future years to come. I mean, they're putting a lot of talent in the league right now. The only question mark for me is quarterback. I mean, they got Stafford right now, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Stafford retired at the end of this year, and then that leaves them with guys like Jake Fromm and Stetson Bennett. When he comes into the league, they're going to need somebody.
Man, you questioning Jake Fromm? Man, Jake Fromm bags dubs and moms. He can do it. I believe in Jake Fromm.
I mean, we've seen low overall quarterbacks come to play in other games for other teams, but you look at who's left in the tournament, we don't have any of those 50 overall quarterbacks still here. And I'm not pointing any fingers or anything, but I don't know that a low overall quarterback is a recipe for success necessarily. This is my personal opinion.
Speaking of quarterbacks, Russ, -4 on that play. The read options are definitely killing this offense. A nice little catch by Jonathan Taylor in 3rd and 10.
Get them right back to where they were.
See what Russ does here. Looking to pass.
Scrambles off.
Now takes it himself and gets the first.
Great run there. Now that is how they should be utilizing Russ and his legs. I don't think read options are necessarily the way to go, but if Russ can scramble out and make plays, he did that in the last round too. He did fumble on some of those, which cost him a little bit. I mean, they still came away with a huge win, but sliding right there, perfect play right there by Russ. I think he should see more of that if he's able to evade these defensive ends, which will not be easy to do.
I mean, I guess I agree. I think he either needs to scramble out of the pocket, do it himself that way, or, I mean, just do throwing ones. I mean, he's been pretty solid at that. Like this, right now, what he just did, not to move. I mean, did it get him a yard? Yes, and yards are yards. But it's still not, it's not to move right now. It has not produced anything.
I'd have to agree. I think there's too much speed on this defensive front for anything like that to work. I mean, there aren't any holes in the linebacker core. I don't think it's a recipe for success. I think keeping it through the air, despite Wisconsin having lackluster weapons and Ohio State having a good secondary, is the best way to go. This will be 4th and inches. It'll be interesting to see if they go for this. It would be a 47-yard field goal if they try to kick this.
I mean, me personally, give it to Zeke. I think Zeke can easily
You mean Jonathan Taylor?
My bad. Give me Jonathan Taylor. I apologize. Oh, we're looking for the kick here.
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with this call, but they put it through the uprights. I mean, it trims it to a 7-point game.
I mean, I guess points are points, but also too. I mean, Wisconsin's defense is. I mean, if I was Wisconsin, I kind of trust the defense to at least try to get something done.
That is the. I don't know if I'd say that's a stronger unit or not. They're pretty even. But
Ohio State starting at the 30 this drive.
the defense is definitely going to have to come up with some stops here if they're going to remain in this game.
Fields, and now the correct running back, Zeke, are taking the field. Fields going under center to start the drive. Moves the tight end a little bit and gives Zeke up the middle, but the play gets blown up, going for -1. Definitely run is not working for either team as of now. What a play by the D-line. Throws a man off and gets there. Gotta love it.
Sets up a 2nd and 11. Out route.
Oh, he fights for it. Oh, you practically trucked through 2 people.
Fields 10 for 10 now. And Rucker being one of his main targets. He caught that touchdown earlier. 4 receptions already for him.
I mean, solid day for him. Oh, nice little pitch. Only 2 yards
able to get outside.
I mean, I guess 2 yards is better than -1, that's for sure. Motioning the receiver. They go for the run yet again, and again, it gets blown up, only gaining a yard. I believe I sense a blitz from Wisconsin here.
Sent forward, but Fields is under pressure. He will go down by the hands of J.J. Watt.
It will be sad to not see him in future tournaments.
Yeah, this will be his last tournament, and he has been part of a Cinderella run with Wisconsin. That is for sure. Whether they lose this game or not, it has been a great run for him in this tournament.
I'd have to agree. I mean, both Watt brothers, despite having some other D linemen on the list, maybe not as great as them. I mean, they both came out of play, and so I mean, kudos to both of them, especially JJ. Wisconsin tried to return, but only gets to about the 21. You know, kind of going away from college a little bit. I don't know if we talked about it last episode, but what's your prediction for the Super Bowl?
We talked about it in one of the last episodes, and I took the Eagles.
You did take the Eagles. I completely forgot about that. Oh, what a way to fight for the yards. 2nd and 1 on the 30. Russ looking for the snap here. Hands it off to Jonathan Taylor. You know, at least he moves the chains. Going 2-back set here. What's Russ thinking? A little read option. You know what it is? With some of these read option plays, I feel like they genuinely don't work. But on some of them, if he just runs more to the outside instead of trying to come back inside, I think he's fine.
I don't feel like the 49ers run this much read option. I mean, maybe they're playing more to their personnel in this system, thinking Russ is an improvising quarterback, as he will try to improvise right here, and he did get the first down before he started his slide. That'll move the chains.
I guess in my head, maybe this is like the 49ers playbook that revolved around maybe Trey Lance.
But even then, I don't feel like they ran this many read options. I could be wrong, though. I'm no 49ers expert.
And I know Brock Purdy's been tearing it up, but I don't know if he was running read options when he was, not having a blown elbow or whatever his injury was.
Yeah, I think it was his elbow.
Oh, another read option. Honestly, it's not even the fact that I think my issue with it is how consistently they've been running read option.
Yeah, just sprinkle it in every now and then, and you'd be fine. But it's like every run play they do is a read option, and 9 times out of 10, it's been going to Russell Wilson. Which, I mean, when you have Jonathan Taylor, I think you should just be giving that man the ball and seeing what he can do.
I mean, this is definitely very reminiscent of FSU's first game. I mean, they had Kyle Shanahan's playbook, and I mean, at least Russell Wilson has the legs to move, whereas Winston, at least in my opinion, shouldn't have. But he somehow has it. So, I mean, this is very reminiscent of that game.
It is reminiscent, but it was Baltimore's playbook for Jameis. He was running Lamar Jackson's plays where, I mean, Russell Wilson is more athletic than, in my opinion, than any quarterback on the 49ers. I mean, Trey Lance he's up there as well, but both are very, I feel like, similar playing styles, I guess. So I don't think this is a bad fit playbook-wise. It just hasn't been. They've just been calling it a little too much for me.
I don't know why I thought FSU had. Didn't FSU run Kyle Shanahan's playbook, or at least one of these games, or am I tripping?
They might have. I don't know. If it did, it worked out a lot better for him. I know Jameis hasn't been on his Lamar Jackson stuff since the first game.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, at least this is more acceptable because Russell Wilson. I mean, it's Russell Wilson, so I feel I can accept it a little more versus James Winston. Fields going in the center. I'll do a little play action. Rolls out, throws it to Zeke, who's gonna get a lot on this play. And what a gain!
A gain of about 30, and Fields will improve to 12 for 12 in the passing game. Just making everything work so far.
I mean, I think definitely this right here is what both teams need to do. I mean, you clearly see the run game is not working, so utilize your running backs in the passing game. I think that's. I mean, I know I've said it before in the past. It's one thing I love to see when running backs get utilized in the passing game. So I think they just need to do a little more in that, because then hopefully they'll get these big plays that we've seen.
I think it's especially true for Wisconsin, with Taylor being easily their best player on offense. Ohio State, however, has a lot of weapons to spread the ball to, but Zeke is definitely a guy that you can get involved in the passing game.
Oh, what a route.
Michael Thomas with a great curl route right there. Looked like they would have get the first.
Michael Thomas keeps playing like this, I could see him. If he plays like this throughout the entire game, he could definitely make the case for MVP.
And there he is again, catching another pass from Fields.
Oh,
well, I mean, if Fields doesn't throw an incompletion, I don't think it'll be any question whether it goes to for me. I don't care what kind of numbers he puts up. Oh, and there's a fumble.
But he fumbles.
Now,
okay, is that a legit fumble, though, or is that a Madden fumble?
I think he might have been down right here. We'll see if they look at it. But at the moment, Wisconsin has came up with a huge turnover, as Ohio State looked like they were about to punch it in for 6.
I think
Will they look at it?
I think they need to review it, or as they say in Spanish, check the VAR.
And they will look at it.
Let's see what they say.
Now, he looks down to me.
Just because I feel like Zeke could beat me up, I'll say he looks down on me as well. And the refs say they don't say anything, but Ohio State gets the ball.
Fields would take off, but he will throw it away.
He should. He should. I think we both agree he should have taken that himself.
Yeah. Not only does he not score, but that is his first incompletion of the day on a play where it looks like he could have just scrambled for 6. And this time he will, but he will not try to power through. He will slide down at the 3.
And me, at least from what I saw, I thought the running back was open. Not this play, but the previous one. That was just me. Let's see where they go here. They probably feed Zeke.
And they do. Zeke will get stuffed, however. That'll be a 4th and goal at the 2. Do they think about going for this, or do they just take their points and go back up 2 scores? That is the question.
I was about to say, I think take your 3, because either way, it's still a 2-possession game. I say take 3 and just let your defense do what it got to do, and you'll be back.
I would have agreed with you, but they're gonna play risky. They'll get a chance to reconsider it here with a 2-minute warning.
I say take the coming from somebody who loves to go for it. Thank you. Coming from somebody who loves to go for it, I would have said reconsider it to go for the kick. Kick is up, and the kick is good. It is 13-3. You know, Cinderella story for J.J. Watt looking like it is going to have a bad ending if the game keeps going the way it is right now. Wisconsin returning all the way to the 30. Pretty decent return right there. Bosa lit up with his X Factor. Ooh, tight window.
Pass.
I mean, what a reception, but I'm not going to lie, that scared me. I thought it was a pick.
20 there for Ohio State.
I thought it was a dot to somebody's forehead. Oh, my God.
And had to set up 3rd and 3 just like that. Ohio State, with a stop here, could get the ball back.
I said,
still got 3 timeouts.
Good news for Wilson history, though. It does stop the clock. Whew. Oh, almost picked yet again.
Yeah, that would have set Ohio State up with really good field position. With not much time left. Ohio State will get the ball back, though. Just a poor drive right there from Wisconsin.
I don't know about you, but this game felt like it's going quicker than other games.
I mean, I haven't really noticed that big of a difference. Would not surprise me, though, the way these two teams are playing.
Zeke, 12 rushes, 24 yards on the day. I'm pretty decent. I mean, not, you know, I feel like not anything spectacular. But I mean, it's still a decent day. Better than negative yards or no yards.
He's been involved in the passing game as well.
Speaking of the passing game, pass gets 5 on that play. I really don't like that they do the whole run down the clock and then call a timeout.
Yeah, I don't either, but, you know, Madden will be Madden, I guess. Michael Thomas already up to 80 yards with that 5-yard catch. And there's McLaurin getting the ball in the Wisconsin territory, and they will call another timeout. This time on time. They'll be left with 1 timeout left with just under a minute to go here in the first half.
Let's see what Fields does here. Oh, nice little spin and Rooney. Loki almost got intercepted, but I mean, what a catch.
Yeah, that was a dot threading the needle there by Fields. Put it where only his receiver could get it. Very tight window.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you think this tournament is exciting, just you wait when Ethan buys ZDB 2K and we do wrestling tournaments. Yeah.
That's not happening.
I hate you.
I will leave that to you, and you can. Oh, deep ball.
Oh. If you would have got a little toe drag swag pick, I'll be honest with you, that would have been catch of the day.
Nah, Michael Thomas catches. That was different. Watt off the edge. Still force Fields to scramble.
Oh,
he
Fields
will get down to the 20. They will call that timeout. It's risky running a play right here.
I should just kick it. I should just kick it and get your points.
They will. They should have ran the clock down a little bit further, though, to make sure Wisconsin doesn't get anything off. But they will take their 3, and it is good.
I highly doubt Wisconsin will get somewhere with the time left. But I mean, hey, if they do that, I mean, kudos to them. That's pretty solid. But if they don't, I'm not surprised. And the kick is up. Wisconsin looking for a big return here. And they get to about the 26.
9 seconds. See what they do here. I'd expect them to just run the ball.
They do read option right here. Ooh. Oh.
They do run the ball. That's with Quintez Cephas, though.
I mean, with it being the 49ers playbook, I'm not surprised to have a receiver running it back.
Yeah, I'm sure that would usually be Deebo Samuel, but that will take us to the end of the half right here. Ohio State leads 16-3. You can see they lead in every statistical category on the halftime stat sheet. Yeah, we will see if Wisconsin is able to come back in this one, continue their Cinderella story, and work their way into that championship game to face Florida State, or if Ohio State will hang on. And we are back for the second half. Ohio State getting the ball first.
Pretty solid return. Again, 33. Part of me is kind of worried for Wisconsin right now. If Wisconsin can't, get stuff done on defense or offensive side, and Ohio State keeps scoring, it's definitely going to be looking like a blowout here.
Yeah, I don't know what it is for Wisconsin. I mean, they put up points against LSU, were able to move the ball really well. The only thing that Ohio State has over LSU is a much better defensive line, but the LSU has a better secondary.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I know we were giving the Watt brothers praise and all, but I don't know why TJ clapping over there. He really got stiff on before Zeke went down. I don't know what he's doing over there. You saw that?
I did not.
Oh, he was clapping. He was like, yeah, but then look at this play. I probably
keep team morale high.
I probably shouldn't talk smack about a guy who probably demolished me in a second or one.
You gotta keep your head up.
Oh, Fields looks
second and 11. Wide open Michael Thomas. Now set a 3rd and 1. Likely handoff to Zeke right here, I would think.
Feed Zeke. And they do, and he gets it. I know I said I was going for Wisconsin, but I mean, Zeke is just built different. Clearly, head coach, obviously, very happy with the performance of his team as of right now. Nice handoff, nice run, move the chains, job well done. All right, going under center once again. All right, hands off to Zeke yet again. Oh, gets a good bit of yards right there. About 9 on the play. All right, the run game's starting to pick up for Ohio State here. I definitely say keep running the ball, especially just to not worry about turnovers and things like that. Oh, almost sacked, but what an elite block by Zeke.
Fields unfazed right there, too. Able to deliver a great pass towards the sideline.
And cool
pick up the first, and now Zeke.
Oh, speaking of the sideline, Zeke running towards it. Oh, what a run.
Ohio State having no problems moving the ball right now on their opening drive of the half.
They've definitely found whatever they were missing in the first half, they got it now. I mean, I know obviously score-wise, it makes it seem like they haven't really had anything wrong, but no, they started slow, but now they're picking up the pace. They're setting the tempo. Fields looking for the snap, and Zeke is super tired. Definitely should not hand it off to him right now. And they hand it off to Scary Terry, which low-key is the next best option, but only gets 2 on that play. Definitely avoid handing Zeke. With how fatigued he is more than likely going to fumble the ball.
I mean, they have a decent backup that they could sub in. Instead, they'll pass the ball, record another reception. That's just
even the tight end's a little tired, too. You know who's not tired? Fields, and he takes it himself. Oh, touchdown!
Will get into the end zone.
Man, if you want something done right, you do it yourself. And what did he do? He took it himself and he did it.
Great run there. Getting around the defense. Sliding into the end zone to take what is about to be a 20-point lead. Not good if you're Wisconsin, especially with the way the offense has been playing. I mean, we've seen in past matchups there be similar situations to this where we don't count a team out yet, but Wisconsin, I don't know that they have the offensive firepower to keep up at this point in the game.
I mean, like, I don't know, oh, they're going for 2 here.
Oh, and he was sacked. See why you do that, try to make it a 21-point game, but now it is staying at 19.
You know, I know we were talking about earlier that for Wisconsin, both sides of the ball are, like, equally as strong. Me, personally, I feel like defense was a tad bit stronger. But, I mean, now that we see defense, I mean, not being able to stop Ohio State's offense, I mean, the pressure is definitely on for Wisconsin's offense. They have to make something happen if they want to try to stay in this game. Don't get me wrong.
I see why you say defense is a little stronger, but the main thing that goes unnoticed with Wisconsin is how strong the offensive line unit is for a seed as low as they are. Something that a lot of teams take for granted, and it's why a lot of teams have gotten eliminated. Florida State not being one of those. They have a very suspect offensive line, and they've made it to the championship, so I guess it's just it all comes down to matchups.
And don't get me wrong, as much as I love when we get into like podcast talk, like I kind of do want to have a game where we keep it interesting the entire time, you know?
Where we what?
Like, you know, like when like the score is so, like the deficit is so large, we just end up talking about random stuff. As much as I like doing that, I do like it when we had like, for example, that first game we ever had in this entire tournament when we went in overtime, that was sick.
So you're saying you like those games, or you like the blowout games?
No, I like the overtime games. Keep me on my feet, you know?
Yeah, hopefully we see. I mean, if Wisconsin can somehow find a way to come back in this one, it'd be...
If Wisconsin keeps running this damn read option, this is not going to happen. The low-key's starting to piss me off. 4th and 1. I'd assumed they were going to go for it to, you know, drop us some points on the board, but, you know, fun is funny. Have we seen anybody run a fake or no?
I do not think we have.
That's a shame. Kind of wish somebody ran a fake. Keep it interesting. You know, I was thinking about it the other day. Some of these games we do talk smack to each other about who wins these Madden games. Maybe one of these days we gotta film like a nut rush or something. Show the world what I mean. Oh, Zeke on a big run. Oh, taking a man out before he goes down. And there's a flag on play. Oof, illegal block in the back. Something that they do not need right now. But yeah, Ethan, any thoughts to that idea?
I mean, I'd be interested. Definitely once we finish this tournament. We have a little breaks in there. After this tournament, we will have the 2K tournament coming out. I don't know how soon after we will be doing that.
Yeah, what a sack by TJ. And, you know, a little assist from his teammate. You know, definitely, I feel like TJ, I mean, he's done good, you know, stopping the run. But at least when it comes to the pass rush, he's had a quiet day compared to the last one. Somebody who's not having a quiet day, Fields and Michael Thomas.
Thomas will get to 100 yards after that catch. He's going to scramble out.
And taking himself and gets the first. He zigzags his way for 38 yards in total of this game. You know, I don't think if anybody should run the read option today, it would be Field. Hands it off to Zeke, though. And Zeke stiff arming the man, making it 2nd and 1.
Zeke has really picked it up as of late. Started off a little slow, but up to 71 yards on the ground now. And they'll find the tight end again for another first down.
Tight end's about a solid day today.
Absolutely. Play action. Wide open.
What a reception.
Oh, why did he fall down?
I guess he just didn't want to get hit and fumble, maybe. It was definitely an interesting call there.
Great pass, though, over the middle of the field, just finding the hole in the defense.
You know, maybe
coverage.
Maybe it's personal beef on the team. Maybe they don't want Fields to get the touchdown numbers.
What we could do here, hand it off, and they will punch it in with Zeke.
And walks in for the easy tutty.
The extra point or 2-point conversion. See what they go with here. Hide your eyes for the time being, but it is the forbidden score for some people.
I'm not looking at my screen.
That's fair. I'll let you know when it's over.
I appreciate it.
See what they do.
I didn't even see the number. I didn't even see the number until you said something.
Extra point to get it off the screen. And he makes it. You can open your eyes.
I imagine he would have purposely missed.
That I was really hoping he did.
That would have been funny.
That would have been hilarious.
Like I have to do play-by-play, just like hoping I somehow get the context of the situation right. This is not looking so hot for Wisconsin.
No, it is not. Wisconsin has, quite frankly, they've made it look easy. So is Ohio State in their first 2 games of the tournament, and then they meet up, and it's going to carry. It looks like it's carrying over for Ohio State, not so much for Wisconsin. Oh, Jonathan Taylor breaking off a solid run there for about 13. Only 7 carries on the day. I think that is a problem in play calling. They have been running the ball more with Russ, and they have their best player on the team.
Definitely not smart at all.
Keep giving that man the ball. Now it's a little late to where you might have to start passing the ball more, and you've kind of blown your opportunity for Jonathan Taylor to keep you in this game.
I agree. Jonathan Taylor getting 3 on that play. I hand it off to Cephas. Nice rush there. Is it Cephas or Cephas?
Cephas.
Cephas, all right.
Quintez.
Oh man, that's a solid first name. Quintez.
Quintez Cephas. Into Ohio State territory. If you're gonna stay in this game, you got to come away with a touchdown here.
Ohio State almost came away with an interception.
Yeah, a risky pass and multiple defenders there on that one.
Russ trying to take himself on a read option. Only gets about a yard on that one. That's a shame.
Jonathan Taylor tired in the backfield. Obvious passing situation though. And they will Receiver not looking for the ball there, and they will punt the ball. I think I might have considered going for this, even though it is 9 to go.
I don't know. Russ was thinking right there. I believe he was targeting the dump truck that the tight end had right there, but dump truck ain't gonna catch nothing.
And Ohio State will take back over.
See what Fields does here. Throws it to the sidelines. Oh, Zeke, nice little run right there, getting about a few yards. Double back set here. Time in the pocket, throws down the middle.
Great
Scary
pass over
Terry
the
with
middle.
interception. Scary Terry has some good plays here and there, but I feel like he's been somewhat quiet.
Yeah, he's only got 3 receptions for 45 yards, but Fields cracks 300 right there with that long pass. It's definitely been more Michael Thomas getting the receptions today.
Fields gets snapped, hands it off to Zeke. Oh, nice vision by Zeke. Getting about 9 on that play.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Wisconsin. I mean, we already knew that after they punted that ball. But Ohio State not slowing down. They will get the first right there.
I was about to say that looked a little sketchy, but Zeke got it.
Forward progress. Gets the first. Play action.
Play action. Oh,
Michael
what a reception
Thomas.
by Michael Thomas. Who would you say is more MVP, Michael Thomas or Fields?
I mean, Fields has only thrown 3 incompletions this game. That is a crazy number. 90% completion percentage right now, 27 for 30.
And not only has he thrown a touchdown, but he's also rushed for one too.
He has. I didn't even think about the rushing touchdown, but yes, he only has 1 passing touchdown, which doesn't seem like much. But he did also have the one that was just short, which probably should have been another one. But Zeke breaking off a run right here. And
I was about to say
Zeke
trying to make a case for MVP right here.
Yeah, cracks 100 yards right there. Everybody, they've had somebody in the passing game, the running game, and the receiving game all having big days so far. This Ohio State offense is having one of the better days that they've had in this tournament so far.
I mean, definitely, no matter who you pick, whether it's Fields, Zeke, or even Michael Thomas, I think all of them have a case for MVP. Oh, Michael Thomas almost getting the touchdown right there.
128 yards for him on 10 receptions. See if they run the ball here. If they keep it in the air, likely they should run the ball. What time you got it on the 1? Zeke tired though. See if he can power through. Play action, got a man open, but no, he will get sacked. Looks like he had a man open on the left side.
I definitely don't think that was the right call there.
I'd have to agree. I think they should have ran the ball right there, but that will take us to the end of the third and to the start of the fourth quarter. Ohio State leads 29 to Wisconsin's 3. Pass.
But it dropped.
Thought they might have called that a fumble for a second, but yes, they will call it a drop. They'll set up a 4th and goal. Probably just going to take their 3 right here. And it'll make it a 4-touchdown game. A little more.
Kick it up.
And it is good.
32-3.
29-point lead for Ohio State now. Gotta be honest, I do not see Wisconsin putting up much of a fight to come back in this one.
This is definitely a tough day for Wisconsin.
We've seen our fair share of close games. For every close game we've had, we've seen games like these where teams just... I mean, you can tell Wisconsin is a little outmatched skill-wise when we go over the depth charts, but Ohio State, they've just been steamrolling whoever they play.
See what
This is
Rose can do.
This is a team that might get better next year as well.
Oh!
Big run there by Jonathan Taylor. It's a shame that they have not gotten him going earlier in this game.
I think that's definitely one of the flaws. I think there's two major flaws that led to Wisconsin's downfall here.
I think I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Well, the first one, I think everybody knows what I'm going to say, is freaking read option, man.
Yep.
I don't got to explain it.
I was going to go with that as well.
Man, let the footage speak for itself. I think we can all agree to it. Number two, definitely the underutilization of Mr. Jonathan Taylor. I mean, he's literally putting people on highlight reels multiple times. Like, come on. Especially, I mean, like we said earlier, if the run game isn't working, then just utilize them in the pass game. They got hands too. They got feet. They will get the yards if you let them.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Safety bites down hard and almost able to come away with a pick right there, but able to still get the pass deflection. Russ going to scramble out, but he will not be able to get outside of Chase Young, who comes away with his first sack. He had a really good game in either the first or second round, racking up, I believe, 4 or so sacks.
And definitely quite a day for him today, though. I mean, could have sent him on the sack, but who would you say has won the D-line battle so far? I mean, points aside.
I mean, neither has really overly impressed me, if we're being honest.
Well, I don't agree with you on that. I feel like I overhyped at the beginning, thinking like, oh, we're gonna see like a sack battle, things like that, and then
we really haven't seen that many sacks.
I think it's a good thing considering we're in relationships, but okay. I'll be here all week, folks.
It's a shame.
What a conversion! There. Solid play right there to get the conversion. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not gonna mean much, but I mean, you know, kudos. Yeah. I'm funny. Just made that realization this time.
You're right, Miguel. That was funny.
All right, let's see what Russ does here.
1st and 10 from the 17.
I know, like, the funniest thing in the world to me would either be he fumbles or throws an interception. I hope one of those two happens.
He will just throw it away instead.
He threw an interception to the fans on the sidelines. Here. I'm not even going to comment. It's no point.
You know, we almost saw a fumble the way he got popped right there.
I was hoping. I wish injuries were on so he can get carted off.
Wow.
At this point, I think he needs an injury to learn lesson.
4th and 3. See what Wisconsin goes with here. They should be going for this.
Well, I should go for two reasons. Number one, you got literally nothing left to lose. Number two, you went for it earlier. It kind of makes sense. It doesn't make sense for you to like risk it all earlier, but then now when you're so close to just not, you know.
Yeah, I mean, down 4 touchdowns, you gotta go for it. I hope you can make up. And Jonathan Taylor in the passing game gets a touchdown. I mean,
I lead, like called it. I lead. Use your running backs in the passing game, and guess what? It got you a touchdown. The only touchdown you'll probably have in the game, because you're freaking stupid. You don't listen.
Jonathan Taylor able to cut off the defender, jump right in front of that one to take that ball in for 6. And able to take the extra point this time around to try to cut it to 22. And they do.
What if we see like the craziest comeback in history from this one?
That would be something. I think they're going to need more than just stops and scoring. I think they're going to need something crazy like a scoop and score.
Pick 6.
Pick 6.
I'm not gonna lie. If they in the 0.001% chance they come back, I'm gonna be livid during this final. Because not only has Jameis Winston made it, who doesn't deserve it, like he's made it to championship, but then you have Russell Wilson and this team that has run nothing but mostly read options this entire time, and they have somehow managed to beat Ohio State and get to. No, I'd be pissed. I don't know if I can commentate that game without popping a blood vessel.
It is crazy that we only have one game left after this.
Honestly, I feel like we got through this kind of quicker than I guess I thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's taken us, let's see, a little over maybe 2 months. Not over 2 months, but about 2 months, I think.
I was about to say, it feels like less.
It probably is a little less.
I think we surprisingly not only do we like record these videos like pretty like quickly, like as in like the space between videos, but I mean there's also where like you like post it, like you pump them out. So I mean it kind of does feel like we're going quick. Ooh, Ethan, question.
Yes, sir.
How would you feel if we started recording our Mud Squad games? See everybody go through the heartbreak that we do on a daily basis.
That would be, that's an idea, you know?
Alright, you remember that question, how many licks it takes to get certain to about? How many games will it take for Pierce Miguel and Ethan to make it to the Super Bowl?
Or how many, times of convincing will it take Pierce to agree to join us?
Oh man, that sounds like a tragedy waiting to happen. Speaking of tragedy, poor Wisconsin. Oh, empty backfield. I don't know if it's a smart move.
You gotta get a stop right here if you're Wisconsin, and you don't.
Man, this is where I say, man, start shoving the ball, start nipple twisting, start hitting people in the nuts. I don't know. You gotta do something. Clearly, whatever you're doing right now is not working. Man, honestly, man, $1 billion idea. Hear me out here. You mix football with either like MMA, UFC, like you have like somebody running a slant across the middle, and then they just get clotheslined or like kneed in the face. I think it's a $1 billion idea. That sounds fun to watch. I don't know about you. What do you think, Ruben?
Can you repeat that idea?
Oh my God. You mix the NFL with like UFC or JDB. Like,
Isn't that what the XFL was?
I thought XFL was just like regular football with like some like weird rules, like the whole like wasn't it like triple pass and some crap like that?
I think before it got shut down the first time, it was something kind of like.
Oh well, yes,
WWE.
that's yeah. I don't know. I should bring that back in when you're like throwing some knees when you're getting the guy on the slant, or like when you're about to sack the quarterback. Just like, I don't know. I say go for a cheap shot. Go for a low blow. Do something. Like think about it. Like what, man? You bring that version of XFL. Think about it this way, right? You have these young athletes getting hit like that, right? They get so pain tolerant. And so, like, oh, well, no touchdown for Ohio State. Not surprised. Anyways, then these guys, right? They prove themselves on the field. Then they go to NFL. Now they're elite because they're pain tolerant, so they can like really just like shrug off any hit they get. But then also, they ain't scared. They ain't worried about the pressure. They've got hit in the nuts. They're gonna throw dots. They're gonna be fine. What do you think?
You know, you do you, I guess. I mean, I don't really. I'm not like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, because you know, there's a reason that doesn't happen. I don't think many people would sign up for that.
Nah, the reason why it's not there is because nobody has said anything. If some people want, but they're just too scared to say it. I'm not scared to say it. I'm down to propose that idea. I will take it to Congress if I got to. I don't care.
Not to Congress.
I will literally sing that only a Bill song from Schoolhouse Rock while I can bring my phone up there.
Wisconsin coming out for what could be their last offensive drive, depending on how fast they get off the field.
You know what? I think that's a rule I want to be thrown in the NFL. If you have a big deficit like this, man, just throw in the towel, throw in the flag, let everybody go home early. And then if a team is so bad they have to throw in the flag, and then the next game, the people that get those tickets, give them a little bit of discount as a way to apologize for your trash, play. What do you think?
I don't see how. I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah. Tell you, man, entrepreneur right here. Come on, man.
As we close out this tournament, I'm interested to see how. I mean, obviously we still don't have a champion yet, but I'm interested to see how future tournaments end up panning out and how everything develops between these teams. I've done a tournament like this before, but I haven't done it year after year like I plan to do this one. See how players retire, rookies come into the league, players break out.
You know what's one thing that we need to consider too?
What?
There's a game right now is running on PS4 version of Madden.
Yeah, this is true.
And now
the next one will be PS5.
Yep.
This is on PS5, but it's PS4 version based on when I got the PS5. I started this tournament before I got one, and now that I have a PS5, all future stuff will be on the PS5, including the 2K tournament that we have coming up after this tournament.
Is there any other sports games that we could do a college tournament?
No. Not really.
What did I say? Honestly, it'd be kind of funny if, like, WWE had a thing where, like, they tell you what college the wrestlers came from and put them all on a tag team. That'd be kind of sick.
I'm sure you could look it up.
Good point. But the likelihood that okay. I said earlier that they were only gonna have one touchdown. I mean, they proved me wrong. They got a second. Does it matter? No. But I mean, kudos on the touchdown.
That boy Quintez Cephas, best receiver on the team, right over the middle, over the linebacker's head, just found the hole in the zone, and Russell Wilson was able to deliver a great ball. Not that it matters.
I was gonna say, I feel like it's bad. Obviously, Wisconsin losing, but I feel like it's bad that I feel like if we had to pick an MVP for Wisconsin, it's the rookie Russ. I mean, he's throw the dot like the only times, if you really think about it, the only times he's like legit played bad has been on the read option plays. You take those plays away, he's actually played pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, nobody on defense has really stood out. Jonathan Taylor's had good plays, but I mean, they haven't given the ball that much. So I think I might agree with you on that. Onside, recovered by Ohio State, and they might just be able to run the clock out here. I don't see Wisconsin taking their timeouts to try to slow this one down. They're still down 22. The game looks to be well in hand for Ohio State, as it has been for a while.
See him doing garbage time here. And the Z got my surprise. You know, pretty solid tournament.
I will say, I mean, we've had a little bit of everything. Upsets, overtime, comebacks, some failed comebacks. That game should be over once they take the field.
Show for another play for Craps and Googles.
Oh,
I mean, I say take a deep shot. I say extend it. Screw it.
Yeah, just check it out to Michael Thomas. Why not? But no, that will take us to the end of this Final Four game. The championship is set. It'll be Ohio State taking on Florida State. The 2 seed versus, I believe, the 13 seed. Yeah, look at that. Ohio State was leading in everything at the end of the first, and nothing changed. Only one turnover in this game, which is, I feel like that's rare for this tournament. Both teams played a pretty clean game. Wisconsin they just got out-muscled, quite frankly. I
was going to say, that fumble happened, well, wasn't that the Russ fumble, like at the beginning of the
game? Yeah, I think it was.
Sounds crazy.
Let's go ahead and look at the stats. Justin Fields, 30 for 34, 374 yards. Only one passing touchdown, though. But he did have 38 and a rushing touchdown. Elliott, 136 yards on the ground. Michael Thomas, 128 through the air, or like receiving, with 10 receptions. Defensively, let's see. Only 4 sacks this game.
Who are you calling MVP?
I don't know. I feel like it's a toss-up between those 3 players on Ohio State's offense. Do you know who you got in mind? I think I'm gonna go with Fields. That's who I'm gonna go with.
I think I'm gonna go with Fields simply for 2 reasons. Number one, Zeke didn't start picking up till the second half, whereas Fields was consistent throughout the entire game.
Yeah, I think that completion percentage is what does it for me.
And then also with Fields, it was not only the touchdown he threw to the tight end, but it was the touchdown that he rushed himself. I think if Michael Thomas would have got touchdowns, then I think I would have leaned more towards him. But yeah.
I mean, Zeke did have 2 touchdowns, but
yeah, he didn't start picking up until the second half.
Also had 39 yards through the air, so he has an argument as well, but I just feel like Fields did a great job of keeping the offense on the right pace, great job facilitating this offense, and that is why he is getting my vote. And I think, Miguel, you said you agreed with that?
I'm with Fields, yeah.
All right, well, then Fields it is. All right, that will take us to the end of this Final Four video. And next game will be the championship. Hope you guys are excited for it. I know I am. We will see when that one comes out, probably in the next few days after this video comes out. Yeah, I hope you guys are excited for it. With that being said, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and adios.
Peace.